Hi there, listener. You're about to experience TADPOG. Tyler and Dave play old games, and there will be plenty of game talk, but also copious amounts of crude, off-color, offensive, and immature speech. So if you are of a rather sensitive humor constitution, we're just letting you know what you're in for with this show. It has games. It has jokes. You know, just games and jokes. Take the games, take the jokes, and have a good time.
Hello, Internet. Welcome to another TADPOG podcast. It's a show that happens twice a week where two old guys, one rather young lady, and one man we thought was older that is being brought to you by the series of pipes first developed by Dwight Eisenhower, talk about old games. It is other shit Monday.
Yep.
So yeah, I had to think about it. So today we are going to talk about Don't Starve.
Just about how not to starve.
How yeah.
Pretty much you
we're
need to
experts.
eat.
I am
Yeah.
a fucking expert at not starving.
Pretty much you need to eat at least something every day.
Well, it is Other Shit Monday, so talking about survival tactics isn't like off the board, right?
Well, Meg will still get mad at me, just speaking of just starving, because I was obsessed with the book The Giver, like growing up. I read it in 7th grade and read it again my junior year.
It's a good book.
I love The Giver.
a good book.
Absolutely love it.
So you were obsessed with it, so you read it twice?
Well, I read it for school, also read it in between those periods.
Oh, okay.
But like, it was different when I read it in 7th grade and different when I read it again my junior year.
I was thinking
It's like Don Quixote. You have to read The Giver once in your elementary school, middle school, and high school to really get the full message of The Giver. But one thing that always stuck with me is how Jonas was punished whenever he said, "I'm starving." It's like they hit him because he's not starving, he's just hungry. Mm-hmm. So I still do that to Meg whenever she's like, "Oh, I'm like starving." I'm like, "Oh no! Oh my God! Do we need to get you to the hospital? Do we need to get you like an IV drip?" She's like, "Shut the fuck up." Nicole Nance is here of Nosh fame and Kirby fame.
yes.
Half a
Your
TADPOG
husband's our
sweetheart.
sweetheart. And then of What's Paul playing today? Paul Clewell.
Hello.
What's up, guys?
So this is our second experiment bringing somebody in through the bowels of the internet into our show.
Mm-hmm.
Really? I'm the bowels?
Yeah.
Does explain why.
We're all the bowels, man. It's fine.
Fair enough.
But I'm your bearded host, Tyler. And the other day, I guess, well, this is like last month, when I went to get a new cell phone. I wanted to upgrade from the Galaxy Note 3 to the Galaxy Note 4. So when I went in, I gave them my phone, and they're transferring everything over from the 3 to the 4. So I have to, it's agony. I'm sitting there for like 20 minutes with like no phone or anything, just on this bench.
Oh my God.
It was fucking awful. But while I'm sitting there, I'm right in front of the cashier who comes up, the help desk.
Yeah.
And I hear the jingle of the door, and this guy walks in. And immediately, as soon as he walks in, the first thing I see is the cashier in front of me. I see him look up, and he just takes a deep breath and centers himself. And I look over at the guy that came in, and he is wearing like this old faded striped T-shirt that's buttoned all the way up all the way up to his neck, no tie or anything, acid wash jeans, cowboy boots, and glasses that I associate with Virginity Thief Taryn because she wears like the biggest damn sunglasses I've ever seen. So what I imagine are sunglasses meant for a woman, like
Yeah.
these giant bug eye sunglasses.
pH balance for a woman.
My dad loves that deal, actually.
It's strong enough for a man, Tyler.
And his haircut it looks like Jim Carrey in Dumb and Dumber,
Okay.
but he's also made it a mullet.
Nice.
And it's just like he has like the silkiest, smoothest graying hair, but like bowl cut in front that goes in like this weird like mullet curve or whatever. And he walks up to the desk, and I see the sales associate is ready for him. Clearly has dealt with him many, many times before. And the guy pulls out 3 cell phones and just throws them on the counter. He's like, "Hey man, I need to get another cell phone."
Are they newer cell phones, or are they like from the 90s? Or?
One is a flip phone,
Okay.
and then like the other 2 look like iPhones.
Okay.
I said, "I just need to get a new cell phone. I can't get my iTunes to open on any of these phones. I need to buy another one."
Uh-huh.
And the guy looks at him and is like, "Do you want to upgrade one?" "Well, hey, whatever, man. If you got like an iTunes phone, that'd be great. I'd like that." And he's like, "Well, let's see if we can upgrade." And he's like, "Well, no, you don't have any upgrades available. You can buy a phone outright. Can I get your email? He's like, oh, sure. My email is chickenhead696969. And like he finishes out what the rest of the address is, but I don't even hear that part.
Yeah.
I'm just looking at this really weird man with all these cell phones. He's like, hey, man, you need my password? No, sir, just your email. I mean, I'll give you my password. I don't care.
What was his password?
The sales associate had to make him like not tell him his password.
Chicken head.
Chicken head 696969. Because 69 just 69 twice was taken, so he had to make it the 369s. But they go back and forth, and the guy eventually like he just explains how badly he just needs to get into his iTunes. And eventually the guy shows him like it's just something like he opens it and logs in for him and finally gets iTunes open on his phone or whatever, and the guy's happy, goes away. So I'm thinking, all right, well, that was a funny experience. I'll never see this gentleman ever again. Nope, I go to work the next day because now I am a stay-at-home dad. But as of last week, I was a dietary chef at a nursing home, and they just expanded to make this an enormous facility. I mean, it is a fucking huge facility. There are like we have 3 kitchens. They're about to open a 4th one.
Good God.
And each kitchen has its own like large lounge living room area where people can come. They don't have to sit in like the rooms with their family. They can come out to like so it looks like a living room, so it feels like they're more like at home and things like that.
Their natural environment.
Yeah.
Put some leaves in there.
Put some sticks.
Yeah.
But I remember like I go because the way it works is we'd have a main kitchen and we would fill up these warming shelves and take foods to different the satellite kitchens.
Okay.
So I load up one and I go to
It's like
one
the Death
kitchen.
Star or something you're working on.
Man, that's pretty accurate actually. Darth Vader and all. But
Yikes.
I take food to one kitchen and I see Chicken Head 69 there.
What? Where? In the kitchen?
He's in the living room area.
Okay.
Like he's just like standing there by himself and like he's kind of in my way. So like I'm trying to push the Cambro, that's what we call the warming shelf, around him, and he like does that whole side to side. Whenever I move, he moves to the same side. We did that a few times. And he's like, "Oh, shall we dance?"
No thanks, Chicken Head 696969.
So I go into the kitchen and I unload the food and put that in the steam tables and everything in that. When I walk back out, he's there and there's like another family in there, and clearly they're trying to spend time with their loved one, but this guy is right in the middle of them and will not fucking shut up. He's talking about like, I feel like he was talking about the Spurs, the San Antonio Spurs. Like,
Well, that's better than like the alternative where he'd be like, "Hey man, is this guy gonna die soon?
I got that juice, man. You're not gonna need it,
You get iTunes on your phone?"
man. I do. Let me show you something. So I'm like, oh fuck those poor people. And okay. So then I go back to the main kitchen. I load up to take the food to the other kitchen. So then on my way to the other one, he's now in this living room in the other kitchen talking to another family who also looks equally as annoyed. So I guess as the time I leave, this family told him to fuck off.
Yeah.
So he wanders to the other living room area, finds another family. He is talking. I didn't even hear him talk. I just like heard him going on about something while I try to not make eye contact with him because I don't want to get involved. And then I see him like all the time at work. After I saw him there, and then I saw him the next day,
Yeah.
every other day or so, I would see him there at work.
Do you think this is his pastime, or do you think he was stalking you?
I feel like this is if Tyler had continued working there, it would have ended in his murder.
In whose murder? Chicken Head or Tyler's? Okay.
I have to kill the chicken head. No,
Either way.
I don't know how you get in if you don't work or have family. I never saw him go in like anybody's room or ask or just. It's like he was a weird, like a mall walker, but instead of nursing homes, that's where he's going to socialize.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Do you have security there or anything?
No.
Do you have to?
So really,
like,
if you find out where I work, you can go and just steal old people. Just steal them.
Yeah.
you don't have to like punch a number
do
in to
this.
get in the door or anything.
You do when you want to leave, but you can just come in. You do.
So it's an old person prison. Is what you're saying.
Pretty
or more
much.
like an old person zoo, because like the public can just come in and wander around, look at the old people, feed them some popcorn, peanuts.
Well, and the
leave.
password is the same thing for every single door. So
Chicken
once you
Head
know that one
6969.
password, you can get it any from the facility with a very easily guessable password.
I wish you had explained to him what his username meant. I assume that maybe he does know. Maybe not.
You'd have to. Come on.
Yeah, you would think.
Better. I just think it sounds funny, man. Nothing funnier than a chicken head.
Trick-ho, 6969.
You remember when Trick was like a big insult?
No, I don't.
I remember for about like 2 months when I was in early high school, like Trick was like it was like calling somebody a bitch or
Yeah.
a whore. Like you call somebody a trick, they get really mad, but then just like went away. Like no one thought it was a big deal anymore.
That's a weird Marshall County thing.
Was it because of Trick? Was it because of
Trick
Trick
Daddy?
Yeah.
Yeah, show notes, Trick
Yeah.
Daddy.
What's up, Internet? I'm Dave. I'm your bespectacled host. Man, I don't have a Death Star Dumb and Dumber story like that. I want to know if this guy was I like to think he was a time traveler. And that's why he looked so bizarre. And
He's
just,
going back to see all of his girlfriends that are now old in this nursing home.
And that's why he has 3 cell phones, all different generations. It just holds on to him. And just whatever time stream he lands
I wear
in.
clothes, so every piece of clothing
Yeah.
from a different decade, so I can fit in just a little bit into anywhere I go.
Right, exactly.
What bothers me is the button-up shirt that buttoned all the way up to the neck.
All the way.
without
I
a tie.
hate that top button. I hate that Jesse James kind of. Oh man, that really bugs me. It really, really bugs me.
Yeah. I don't know. I hope that guy gets everything worked out. I'm sure he won't. We could probably get him on the show by doing like a missed encounters on Craigslist.
Just email him. Tyler has his email.
Yeah, that's true.
Because I doubt it was Gmail. I feel like I would.
Oh,
remember
it
Gmail.
definitely wasn't Gmail.
It had to be
Oh, it's
Hotmail or
Yeah.
Yahoo. Yeah.
I'm your bespectacled host, Dave. And Tyler, since you had told me how you wash your hands at work, that's my new thing. That's my new jam. Now, every time I wash my hands, it's scalding water, and I sing happy birthday while I do it. That is the correct song, right?
Uh-huh.
Twice.
Yep.
You have to sing it twice.
Supposed to sing it twice.
Damn it! My big question is, when I sing happy birthday while I'm washing my hands and everyone I work with looks at me,
Do you say happy birthday to Dave?
see, that's what I was going to ask. Who do you sing happy birthday to when you do it? Because sometimes I do Dave, and sometimes I don't know. It depends if we had a guest host on. I'll sing happy birthday to them. Sometimes I sing happy birthday to Henry. And then now, like, happy birthday is stuck in my head pretty much any given time. The other day, this was yesterday, I was literally singing happy birthday to Henry. And Nikki kind of looks at me weird, and I'm thinking to myself, yeah, this might be bizarre.
We could actually sing it on the air, but then we would owe royalties
Yeah.
to
Yes,
whoever that family is that paid like, I want to say like in the millions for the rights to Happy Birthday. And I remember looking this up on Wikipedia like maybe like a month ago because like Wendy Williams had to pay like a few grand in order to sing Happy Birthday to somebody on her show.
That's a pretty good racket. That's a pretty good racket. Because I know,
the
like,
douchiest thing you've ever heard.
Yep.
yep. I know, like, when Kevin Smith has like a live show and they record it, and someone almost invariably is like, "It's my birthday," and he's like, "Okay, well, let's think of something else to sing other than Happy Birthday because I don't want to get sued by the Happy Birthday people."
I did enjoy that episode of Aqua Teen Hunger Force where Shake goes and hires Geddy Lee
A fist puncher fan.
to gets Geddy Lee and they write a new version of Happy Birthday together.
Oh my God, I need to see this.
Yeah.
As number
Show
one Geddy
notes.
Lee fan. What's up, Paul?
Not much.
What you got a story for us?
Oh yes. So, hey folks, as Tyler and Dave said earlier, I'm Paul from What's Paul Playing Today, and I once sneezed down a woman's cleavage and then asked her out.
Huh? How did that go? Yeah.
Wait, you sneezed on her sleeves
I
on her
sneezed
cleavage
down
and,
her cleavage and then asked her out.
Oh, okay. I thought you said something else like mastered out. And I was like, I don't like you sneezed on her cleavage and like, well, I may as well do the other thing too.
Yeah. I like that. Let's coin that on Urban Dictionary. Mastered out.
When you both sneeze and ejaculate onto a woman's cleavage.
I'm in. Anyway, so last year in mid-February, I was extremely sick. I hadn't felt great in like 3 weeks. I finally decided to fuck it. I've got to go and get something for this. And I get to the counter at Walgreens and talking to the pharmacist, she finally ends up finishing recommending things. But as I'm in line, there's this woman in a very tight-fitting top, and we're just going to say she was bountifully chested. So she
That
gets.
means huge titties, Nicole.
I got it.
Okay.
I may not be personally familiar with it, but I got it.
I mean, this is normally how you dress for Walgreens, right?
Of course.
Okay. Jesus. So as I'm in line, she's coming up behind me, and I swear if this woman had a penis, it would be all the way up my ass. Shit, that's how close she was.
Nice.
Bailey J.
Yikes. Okay, no, I hope it wasn't. It could have been.
Well, man, you mastered out on a beauty.
Anyway, as I turn, I have a hat that usually obscures my eyes. It's kind of down here usually because when I'm walking, snow gets on it. Makes it a little easier to not get snow in my glasses. So I turn. I didn't see her, and I got my head down, and cleavage just in my vision. The whole thing is cleavage, and my brain is an asshole. It decides at that point to say,
It's a jerk, or it's literally an asshole.
Either or, it depends on the day, I suppose. But it's kind of a dick. So it decides, hey, you know what? It'll be a great idea. Right now, we have to sneeze. So my head snaps forward. I sneeze, smack my face into her cleavage, my nose right between her tits, and just snot all down her cleavage. And I straighten up, and I said, fuck it. You know what? If I'm going to be a jerk about it, I might as well have some fun. I look her in the eye and say, so that's a no to the date I was about to ask you out on. And as I walk around her, I can hear the pharmacy techs and the pharmacist just fucking lose it. They're losing their minds laughing so fucking hard. And as I walk outside, I have an epiphany moment. I step outside, I look out, and I say to myself, so this is what it's come to. I sneezed on a woman's cleavage and then ask her out. I need to get a date.
Well, I think that's,
Did you wait for her to respond, or you just did that? and
no.
Shamefully,
No.
hid your eyes and ran.
that might
no,
have been
that
her
was-
fetish.
That was a mic drop moment.
That's a really good story, but the one story that's going to be better is the podcast that she's on right now, telling her side of that story. What's up, Nicole?
Hey,
How you doing?
I'm good.
I time traveled into the future with Chickenhead 696969. We went to next Wednesday, and man, I listened to a great show that you were on.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
That's good. I don't have a story. I just thought of that.
You just thought about that you didn't have a story.
Yeah, I got so into it listening to your guys' stories that I think I've told every interesting thing that's ever happened to me already on the show.
have you ever been sneezed on?
No, I don't think so.
Would you like to be?
No. Okay.
Not me, so no. She got it.
Has Josh ever asked to sneeze on you?
No.
If he did, what would you be down with that?
I mean, I guess.
You could put it on YouTube.
Yeah, there's that.
That's right.
It's
There's
an option.
always a way to monotonize anything, right?
Monopolize or monotonize?
Or monetize.
Monetize. Monetize.
One of the
To make
three
it boring,
fucking
you can make anything boring by
Or-
sneezing.
Monetize.
Or legitimize.
Legitimate it. I'm trying to think of any story request I could rack my brain that I think you should tell.
A story request.
Anything that I'm thinking of, a story I know about Nicole that,
Oh, got you.
that I think is very funny and she should tell. What are your New Year's resolutions?
My New Year's resolutions? Okay, that's not really a story, but
It's interesting. It's an anecdote.
interesting. Okay, so I usually pick really stressful, difficult, life-changing, I'm going to make myself better New Year's resolutions. But this year, I decided, fuck it, my life is stressful enough. I'm going to make fun New Year's resolutions. So this year, I am watching 200 movies that I have never seen before. I am reading 12 books, which is just up from my 8 books from last year.
You've already read one, right? So
Already
now you're
read
down to
one.
11. Okay.
I'm going to play and finish all the way to completion 4 video games, which is a pretty big deal for
That's
me.
good. That's good.
And I'm going to get 1 new tattoo.
Oh, yeah? Have you figured out what you're going to get yet?
No, I haven't figured it out yet. Still looking, but I got all year. I'll be saying that in November.
So what is your weekly breakdown of movies you have to watch?
Like how many? Or
Yeah.
I have to watch 4-ish, I guess.
4-ish a week?
4-ish, yeah.
I thought you said you didn't want to make a stressful New Year's resolution. Like
fun, though.
You're listing these things and it's like, oh my God, that's so much work.
Well, last year she was like, I'm going to dig 8 ditches just because.
I'm going to roof 5 houses.
You can watch your movies, you play a video game. That's not too bad.
That's what I said. Like I said, you may as well go ahead and
Nope.
just divvy that out. Nope. Each
Nope.
one is a solo task.
I understand. I'm with you, Nicole. You have to
Be
give,
present in the moment.
Yeah, you have to give the piece of art your full attention.
That's right.
Yeah.
Sounds like you're just making this harder on yourself.
No, it's good, fun. It's much better than previous New Year's resolutions.
Fun.
Much better when I'm like, this year I'm gonna run a half marathon and I'm gonna go back.
Well, you started training for that half marathon.
Yeah,
Remember, we ran together twice for that half marathon.
that's right. That's right. I think people. Although I did hear a statistic that people who follow through with their New Year's resolutions for the first month are 43% more likely to actually make a change in their life. So apparently the change I'm making in my life is to be a couch potato and watch a ton of movies.
That's fine.
It's pretty good. Yeah, it's pretty good.
That'll be more movies than I've probably watched in my whole life if you watch all 200 of
That
those
is
movies.
insane.
Yep.
My New Year's resolution was keep this baby alive. And so far, we're doing okay. Almost made it to the first month, so I'm like 43% likely to.
No, you're not. Today's the first.
You're very likely to keep that baby alive for the rest of your life.
Or at least the year.
So I'm doing so good so far. I've watched 13 movies in January. So no, 12 because I watched one today. 12 movies in January.
Not all good though, right? It's a mix of what stuff that's on like what kind of list?
AFI's top 100, the American Film Institute's top 100. 25 horror movies, top 25 cult classics. The most recent 25 worst picture Razzie Award winners.
So that's the one where I'm like, sometimes that's gonna be fun, and sometimes it's gonna be like, fuck.
No,
gonna
bad
be
movies are fun.
excruciating.
Bad movies can be fun too. You just
If it's
have
like
to-
Mystery Science Theater, then
you have to go into
then I
it
can do
knowing
that.
it's a bad movie.
You should mix all the movies up and just randomly pull them and be like, I don't know what list this one's
I'll
from.
I'll buy you a goldfish bowl, and we'll write that out. And every day you have to go in and reach out, and that's the movie you're gonna watch. I just put The Wizard in there like 150 times.
So the first video game you're going to beat this year is Don't Starve, right?
I don't think that I'll finish it. No. I mean, it's really good. I'm not very good at it.
Come beat Kentucky Route Zero. You're a third of the way through Kentucky Route
I'm
Zero.
going to check you out.
I am. Is it a third or a fourth? Are there four?
I thought there were only
three acts?
three acts.
Don't look at me. I haven't even started playing it.
I am. That's good though. And I also started playing the Poltergeist pixelated horror, and I'm probably gonna finish that. It's really good.
I remember you talking about that before. It sounded good. Josh bought that for you on Steam.
Yeah, I didn't realize that it's like a puzzle game.
Yeah.
It's fantastic.
I finished just the other day Sorcery Saga Curse of the Great Curry God for PlayStation Vita.
That sounds like a Vita game.
Yep, because I saw it because it's about basically a girl who goes to like wizard school, and her final exam is to get this ball out of it, or she has to take an exam, and she cheats on the exam and gets 100. And because she got 100, she has to do like another test that's much, much harder to make it to the top of a tower to get this magical ball and then bring it back. But when she does, there's some kind of like demon on top, like a rabbit demon that she adopts as her pet.
Right.
And
like you do.
Because she doesn't have the magical ball, she gets kicked out of school and goes back to her hometown where this corporate curry shop has come in and is pushing out her favorite little mom and pop's curry shop. So she meets a disciple of the forgotten great curry god, and they find the ingredients for the legendary curry. And they say if she can make the legendary curry, then it's way better than anything the corporate guy can make. So then you go on a quest to different parts of the world getting these legendary ingredients to make the legendary curry so mom and pop shop can be the most successful. And it turns out while it has like this super lighthearted, funny, very Japanese story, once I got into the dungeons, I had no idea it's a roguelike. So every dungeon it can be pretty difficult. There were some dungeons I had to start 6 or 7 times. Each one's like 30 floors. I'd get 25 floors in. Something would happen. So I would die and have to start all over, or I would accidentally throw my weapon away, have to start all over. Because you keep your weapon and your sword and your shield, you keep per dungeon. But it's very easy to throw them away. Or if you drop them, or
like it's a design flaw, easy to do?
I feel like it would,
or
yeah. I feel like
okay.
it's yeah, the menu system is kind of clunky.
Gotcha, okay.
And the little rabbit demon has endless hunger. So how you make him gain levels is any junk equipment or items you throw into his mouth. And you can very easily throw any good equipment you want into his mouth, and it's gone.
You know, this game sounds pretty interesting, but the Wonder Years episode it's based on is probably a lot better.
So I finished that. I was pretty pleased with it. It was worth the $20 that my mom paid for it for me for Christmas. So it was well worth that. And now I'm starting Hyperdimension Neptunia Rebirth. which is another extraordinarily Japanese game where you're a super cute, cartoony, magical girl who represents you and then your 4 rivals each. You're in the world of called game industry, and you each represent, one of you represents Nintendo, one represents Sega, one represents Xbox, one represents PlayStation. And you play the one that represents Sega.
Sega's just a corpse?
You get kicked off and killed immediately. And then you have to basically build Sega back up.
So that'll be a TADPOG, because I'm not playing that.
All right, so don't starve.
Don't starve.
Do you hear that, Dave?
Yeah, it's our friend Paul Clewell.
Yep.
Choo.
He's leaving the station, and he's ushering in. We'll segment that.
Fuck you guys.
We like to call. Dave reads from Wikipedia. Okay, guys. Don't Starve is a 2013 action-adventure video game with survival and roguelike elements. Developed and published by the indie company, I'm going to mispronounce this, because when I was playing the game, I remember trying to read it and being like, is this Klei? I think it's Klei. It's Klei Entertainment. The game was initially released via Valve's Steam software in 2013, specifically April 23. A PlayStation 4 port became available the following year, and further versions for iOS and mobile phones are under consideration. As I was playing this game, side note, man, I really wanted to play it on my iPad really bad. It was one of those games where I felt like I didn't want to be at the desk playing it. I wanted to be like laying down on the couch playing it. The game follows a scientist named Wilson who finds himself in a dark, dreary world and must survive as long as possible. Toward this end, the player must keep Wilson healthy, fed, and mentally stable as he avoids a variety of surreal and supernatural enemies that will try to kill and devour him. So that's pretty much it.
Paul, do you have much experience in this game?
Oh, yes. Played the hell out of it when it first came out and continued playing it. Actually, just started playing it this week as well. It's honestly, it's one of my favorites just for the sheer ridiculousness factor of it.
Does this, Paul, can you tell me this game has an end?
It does. Actually, you go through 5 chapters, and then you get into Maxwell Citadel, the guy who wakes you up as you're waking up. He's like, hey, you look like shit, buddy. You actually have to fight him in order to get out of this particular realm.
See, I didn't know that because I didn't make it past the first chapter because I thought this game was really hard. I really liked it, but it was like one of those things where I would survive for days and days and days, and then I would do something really stupid, and it would just kill me. Or it was like, because like as the days go on, weirder and weirder shit starts happening. And I remember I had built this little settlement. Like I'd put wooden fence posts all around. And then I walked out of my little settlement one day and just the ground was completely full of eyeballs. And those eyeballs killed me. And it was like one of those where it was like, wait, what's happening? Oh, I'm dead.
What the fuck?
Yeah, they were all like these little, they look like cabbage plants. And what's fucked up is I kind of was like, I was low on health, right? And it was starting to get dark, which you never want to be in the dark. You want to light a fire. And it was starting to get dark, and I was like, there's a giant eyeball plant outside of my little settlement. I should probably deal with that, but I'm low on health, and it's about to get dark. I was like, I will deal with that in the morning. So I went to my fire, lit the fire, click, click, the time goes by. Morning, I go to look at the eyeball plant, and there's just millions of them. There's just millions of them. And it was like, oh, shit. Well, I guess I'll go back around and start from the bottom and work my way up. I walked out of my settlement, and as soon as I did, this giant eyeball on 2 long legs came out and just stabbed me, and I just died.
Yeah, that thing got me. That got me a few times. Fucking. What did you think of this game, Nicole?
I really liked it. I'm with Dave, though. I thought it was really hard, but I really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a good game for someone who has to stop periodically and feed a baby or calm a baby down because it's like it's not turn-based, right? So I mean, it's just all these things are going on, and what would happen to me is I would get to a certain point, pause the game, go take care of Henry. I would come back, start the game back up, and then I'd be like, oh shit, what was I doing? Because it's a game that I died constantly in, and it was constantly starting new games. So when I'd sit back down, I'd be like, fuck, which game is this?
Because I don't know, for like the last 10 plus weeks, we've played like Nintendo's cream of the crop pretty much.
Yeah.
So it's been pretty good. So I don't know like if like Matt Barker's going to enjoy what I have to say now, or he's going to fear the return of the cloud of negativity. But man, I hated this game so much.
Really?
I sat down. I probably spent 4 hours on this game. Maybe I enjoyed the first like minute. I mean, because I sat down, I tried to play it, and I guess I had the same problem with this game that I sort of had with Fallout, because I almost didn't get into Fallout. Because when you first start playing Fallout 3, you're in the vault, and then suddenly you're thrown out into this huge world. You have no idea what's going on, how to really control, how to do much, and like I was pretty miserable the first hour I played Fallout, and I almost quit. But once I got my house, once I established like a home base that it's somewhere stable I could go back to and then slowly venture out, I was good. But with Don't Starve, I'd never had that. I didn't know. Just trying to get that was frustrating and difficult, and it's just like I could never get my feet under me enough to enjoy it. I was, at one hand, bored because I'm just going around and like grabbing grass and trees, and then I'll make an axe.
Yeah.
And then like I'm just running around. Okay, it's dark. All right, I need to make a fire and wait. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, now I need to go out and try to do the same thing again. There's an enemy. I'll attack him. Okay, I'm dead. All right. Okay, start over. Do this same thing again. Pick the grass. All right. Well, okay. Well, there are these pig heads on these spikes. All right. I'll make this slab. I don't know what this is. Okay. Oh, there's an egg. I'm about to die because I'm hungry. I'm gonna grab this egg. Oh, nope. There's this giant eyeball on legs now. Oh, now I'm dead. Okay. Well, let's start again. So I was both bored and stressed out at the same time, which is I congratulate the game for making me both bored and stressed out at the same time.
Oh, I thought you'd like it because it's pretty much like the Diablo of crafting.
Yeah.
Because it's just all like anything you do to survive is by crafting an item to help you, to make it easier. Man, I really liked it. I liked it a lot. Like this game, I felt like I should be better at it for the amount of time that I put into it. Which, if anyone looks at my Steam history, most of that is just the title screen, by the way. Because I think I got like 80 hours into it. I probably only played like 10.
I was wondering why you weren't responding on Steam.
That's why. But I really enjoyed it. I thought it was a really cool take on a roguelike because you are constantly building things and crafting things. And you start from like really simple tools like a trap to catch animals, which you have to murder, which I think was an interesting concept because like when you trap an animal to eat it, it's not automatically meat. You have to literally right click on it to murder it. Like the text says, murder?
And it has a great noise with it too. This little squeak of death.
Well, I did that once and then ended up eating monster meat and getting sick.
Yeah, you don't want to get monster meat.
Yeah.
Well, that's you were talking about
Eat mushrooms, got sick. Okay.
I'm really glad you brought up mushrooms because when you were talking about getting the giant egg and eating it, and then the monster came and killed you, I was so low on life and starvation because there's 3 meters that you have to be mindful of. You have to be mindful of your hunger. If that reaches 0, I assume you die because I never died of starvation. And then there's mental health, which I also assume if it gets to 0, you die. That, again, never happened to me.
I never ran out of mental health.
Because the only thing that ever killed me was running out of health, which is the 3rd stat you need to be mindful of. That is the only thing that killed me. I remember one time my health was really low and my starvation was really low. One of them was going to kill me soon. And I was wandering around. It was dusk and a mushroom popped up. And I was like, I'm going to eat this mushroom. I picked it up, ate it, killed me. It killed me.
I also, one time, I nearly lost all my sanity, which that's just what I'll call it.
Yeah.
Jumping into a wormhole.
You're right.
Like, I was just wandering around far from the camp that I just tried to establish.
Yes.
Because we're one of those slabs where you can respawn if you die from one of these slabs.
No, you can respawn? Mm-hmm. No, I didn't know that.
There's like these little, like, sticks with, like, pig heads shoved on them. You can go and activate, like, this black slab. And then if you die, you respawn from that immediately.
Holy shit, that's awesome.
So I did that twice. So I remember I tried to turn that into like a camp area. Like I built a fire pit, like a stone fire pit.
Yeah.
I had set up a science machine, and then I was crafting armor and stuff like that. And I ended up just getting too far. It got dark out, and there was just like I was running from one of those eyes, and I saw the wormhole. I go in the wormhole, and then like my sanity just bottoms out. I come back out, and then wherever I spawn again, like whatever kills me there, whenever I respawn somewhere on the other side of the map, and it's like the text just says that wasn't a good idea.
Yeah.
Fuck.
See, I feel like you'd really enjoy Don't Starve together as opposed to just Don't Starve, because they've just put it into beta and it's literally this game with multiplayer, and I feel like that would be a boon for you.
Yeah, in the rare instance, you're probably right. Usually I hate multiplayer, but this does seem like it'd be better if I had a partner. I
Yeah.
wouldn't be as
When it first
frustrated.
came out, it just screamed, this needs to be more than one person.
Have you finished the game, Paul?
No, I never have.
I know that you have some playthrough videos of Don't Starve on your YouTube channel, don't you?
Yeah, a couple of them.
So if anyone listening
Put those in the show notes.
doesn't know what we're talking about, or when we're talking about eyeball cabbage patches and stuff like that, check out Paul's videos for sure, so you can kind of get like some kind of idea of what we're referencing. Nicole, you are the person I thought of when I started playing this game, because when I first fired it up, I was like, man, you know who I think would love this game is Nicole. And that's because of the art style. Mm-hmm. The art style is like really dark, but like in a quirky kind of dark, you know, like it's like a dark puppet show kind of deal. Because like even the loading screen is like papercraft almost, with some like marionettes and stuff like that, where it's talking about loading the world, or when it's pre-generating the world. Mm-hmm. And then I was curious what you would think of the gameplay too, because it's not a quote unquote shoot shit game that I know that you hate.
No, I really liked it. I agree with you. The art style was really, really good, really unique. I had a good time with it. It did take me like a little, like I guess it just takes you a little bit to get going with it, because like at first I didn't realize that just being in the dark was going to kill me. Like,
yeah.
So I was like, oh, I just died. And then
The game's called Don't Starve, not Don't Be in the Dark.
Right.
Well, you're eaten by a Gru. Come on, guys.
Yeah, exactly. Thanks, Paul.
So I died the first like 3 times just being in the dark, because like I got in the dark and I died. So then the next time I made an axe, and then I walked around. I'm thinking, okay, if I stay in the same spot, it won't, whatever killed me won't, you know. So I walked around with and I kept like trying to do it in the dark. And so finally I'm like, fuck, I just gotta make a torch, I guess. But it was really good. It was very interesting, and I never got bored with it. So
Yeah.
To me, it felt like Dark Souls, but not as dickish, because every time I died in Don't Starve, it was like, okay, well, I mean, I deserve that, and I don't feel like it was because of weird, clunky mechanics. Like, I feel like it's because I did something dumb, or I did something that I just took a risk that I shouldn't have. Every time I died in this game, it was because I took a risk that I shouldn't have.
Can you recover your items and stuff after you die? Can you like find your body?
I mean, you can find other skeletons, but no, you can't find your body.
Because I kept like, okay, I think I know where. Okay, because you see all your stuff drop on the ground when you died. I was like, okay, I'll go back and see if I can get it. I was like, why can I never find my fucking body or anything to loot?
It's a new game, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of Dark Souls, have you guys seen the mod where it turns the "You died" message into "Thanks, Obama"?
Oh, that game makes me furious.
I both love and hate it.
Oh my god! And like I understand, like it's like a game journalist favorite almost, and it's one of those that it's just I cannot play that game without turning into a berserker. Like it is impossible. Like my DNA is set up so that if I play that game, I will eventually murder something.
Just going around making fuck.
Yes, exactly. Did you say making fuck?
Berserker.
Oh God.
But all right, how do all 3 of you feel about A Nightmare Before Christmas?
Love it.
It's okay.
Hate it.
Hate it?
Just the whole spectrum right there. I fucking hate it too much.
Because like, while I can appreciate it having a unique art style, like I guess I didn't really like it all that much, and it reminded me of that movie, and like I feel like everybody loves that movie so much. I've never been that crazy about it.
Yeah.
Like I remember every year, like around Christmas, I will see so many Ragdoll Sallys just fill up my Facebook feed for Halloween.
Fuck that movie.
That's what everybody is. So I feel like it's so like universally loved. At the same time, it's like, is there something wrong with me that I'm just not like just totally
No.
crazy about this movie?
It's okay. I mean, like I know it's one of those movies though that definitely has a cult following. It's like the Earthbound of Christmas movies, right?
I wish Earthbound had that many fans. Oh, man.
Dave was talking about the quirky art style, I was just thinking to myself, it's Tim Burton movie, The Game.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's a really good
Yeah,
way
you
of
had, like,
describing it.
The weird, like, little creature things. So the mandrake that you could pull out of the ground.
Yeah, the
follow you around.
mandrake. Oh,
I never-
man.
I
Did you
never
ever
came
find one of
across
those?
that. Like,
Oh,
what
my
do you think?
God.
You get a carrot and it's something that
No,
instead kills you?
When you hover over it, it says mandrake. And this is one of those fucking stupid risks. Like, I hover over and it's like mandrake. And I was like, I can't not pull this out of the ground. So I pull it out of the ground and I'm like fully expecting to die. Like, I'm just fully expecting to die. And I pull it out and it's just this root. It's a mandrake root. And it just stood there and just talked and like kind of danced. And then that was during the night. So the whole night I've got my campfire going and this thing is dancing and right next to me. And then like in the morning it had replanted itself. So what I did was I said, fuck this mandrake root. I waited until night. I didn't do anything that day. I didn't do anything. I just camped that mandrake root. Night rolls or dusk rolls around. I pull that motherfucker out of the ground and just kill it. And then I was like, there, take that fucker. And I made my campfire, cooked it, ate it, and went crazy.
Oh, it drops your sanity out?
Man, my sanity like bottomed out. My sanity bottomed out like this. When that happens, like the screen gets like really blurry. It looks like you've had like 4 bottles of tequila. Like it is going nuts. And it's like, I guess I got to make a whole bunch of flower crowns to raise my sanity. I completely died because I was walking around trying to find flowers, and then something inadvertently killed me, as always.
When I pulled out the mandrake, it was during the day, and then it just followed me around.
Yeah.
And you'd click on it, and you would say, "Stop following me," and it just kept following you. And then the Chester was another really
The Chester,
cute
yeah.
little
Chester.
monster thing.
I'm glad that you
Yeah,
guys
Paul,
found
you
that
messaged
too.
me that, and I was like, "What's he talking about?" Because I didn't get that far.
I could just picture it in the expression on your face. What the fuck is Chester? What
Chester.
are you talking about?
The archer from Shining Force for Game Gear. I mean, that's awesome.
The cheetah?
No, essentially, Chester, you find a wand, an eye wand, literally, and pick it up, and then this little fucking dog-like thing just starts following you around. And as you click on it, it opens its mouth, and then you just jam things down its fucking throat in order to basically hold it for a chest. And it continues following you around as if you didn't just shove a rock down its fucking gullet.
And you can feed it the key to make it stationary, which I
Yes.
really liked. And I
It's
also,
like a second inventory for you that follows you around.
Yep.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
It's like a
And-
walking backpack.
Yeah, like a pack mule in UO or something like that. One thing that I really liked about Chester that I really appreciated is that the developers really understand the vernacular of Western Kentucky, where you don't buy a chest of drawers, you buy a Chester drawer.
drawers. Man, that did blow my mind the first time I heard somebody say it's chest of drawers.
Yeah, well, you know,
Because my mom still says that. Put it in your chest drawer.
it's really funny when you see people on the internet spelling it out that way.
So the prevailing theory behind Chester is that wand that you're holding, his eye wand,
Yeah.
is literally his eye. So he's just walking around following you because that's his vision.
I
makes
love
sense.
stuff like that, and that's like one of the reasons that I really like this game is because of these like really weird, quirky, surreal events that just kind of randomly happen. And I mean, these events, like maybe the life lesson is like the curiosity killed the cat kind of thing. Because like in all these scenarios, I probably should just leave this shit alone. But I'm always just compelled to be like, well, let's poke at this thing until I die.
I was in the other room and Josh was playing and he starts yelling, "Don't try to attack the beehive, whatever you do."
Oh, because normally that's what I do in real life. Every time I see a beehive, I have to run and smack it.
You know, I'm allergic to bees, so I stay clear of them.
I still haven't found that episode.
No one has.
One thing about the bees, I remember when I found out that I could burn grass. Man, I killed bees with a fucking vengeance because like I'd find this patch of grass with beehives and I'd just run up and torch that motherfucker, and the grass would just catch all the hives on fire.
Can you then like
You are-
recover
okay,
honey
okay.
from the
I don't know.
ashes or anything?
I don't know if you can get honey from the bees.
See, actually, if you can kill the bees and then break the hive, and you can get honey from the hives after you break the hive.
But then you got to deal with bears.
Yes.
'Cause I do remember like one of the earliest exposure I had to this game was a post on like our gaming where somebody had been playing for so many in-game like years or whatever. So like he had like it was showing his Imgur like scroll of this plantation he had set up that basically took up like half the map where he had all these different corrals of animals and all these plants growing.
Yeah.
And these big sources of light, like everything. Like he had trapped it where the game's most deadly enemies couldn't touch him.
Please tell me that lightning struck him and he died.
I don't know.
I hope so.
Because did that happen to any of you guys?
Nope.
No.
Yeah.
There is, as you play, you can unlock other characters beside the scientist. And there's like a fire starter girl. There is another girl who's my favorite. I can't remember her name, but she is like, her twin sister died, and she is haunted by that twin sister. But the dark doesn't bother her. So like all of these characters that you unlock have like a different twist on the game. The fire starter, for example, starts with a lighter, so she can instantly make fire. You don't have to collect all the necessary ingredients to make it. But one of them, probably one of my favorites that you unlock, is the soulless automaton. Thank you.
The Cardian from Final Fantasy XI.
Yes, exactly. And the reason I love him so much is because sometimes it gets stormy in the game. And I remember every time it would happen, I would get really nervous that I was going to get struck by lightning, because one of the things that you can craft in the game is a lightning rod. So the moment I saw the lightning rod, I was like, oh my God, you can get fucking struck by lightning. So I was super nervous about that until I played as the soulless automaton. And the reason being is that motherfucker is powered by lightning. Like if you happen to get struck by lightning, I think your health gets completely full, and you go into this berserk mode, which happened to me, because the way it works is like he's damaged by rain, but if he gets struck by lightning, he gets fully powered. And like I got struck by lightning, got drunk on power, like really couldn't, like my speed was doubled. And like I was running around like birds that can normally fly away before I get to them. I'm just running up to them with an axe and just killing them.
Please tell me you killed a turkey.
No, man, those fucking turkeys.
I fucking hate those things.
Man, like I had even fenced one in where there's two bushes, because these turkeys like run from bush to bush. And I fenced in this bush area, and I could never fucking kill a turkey. Every time I would, like something would kill me in the process. Did you guys ever run across the walking tree?
Yes.
This fucking thing killed me so many goddamn times that I got to the point where I was scared to chop down trees, because it's this tree where you go to chop it down, and the moment you do, it gets up and starts walking towards you and will straight up fucking murder you in a split second.
One shot.
Yeah,
One shot
exactly. It's a one shot, and like so, whenever this fucking thing popped up like in 4 games, and what happened was the last time, because I tried to kill it stupidly. The first time I was like, well, it's a tree man, so surely the axe is going to do really well against it. No, it doesn't. Second time it happened, I was like, well, it's a tree man, so surely I can burn it down with a torch. No, that's not the case. Third time I was like, I got this fucking spear, and it is designed to kill things. No, it didn't work. So fourth time, I was like, fuck it. I'm running from this goddamn tree man. I ran clear across the map, right? I'm like, okay, I'm done with tree man. I made a fire. Next day rolled around. I did my business. Next day rolled around. Did my business. Next day rolled around. Did my business. It's nighttime. I set up my fire. Tree walks into my camp, kills me. That motherfucker, he's super slow. He fucking followed me the entire distance. It took him 3 days to get me, and then he killed me. So, like, that was terrifying to me, because this is like the Jason Voorhees of Don't Starve. It's just like, if you wake this motherfucker up, he's good at, you get used to being a nomad, man, because you cannot settle.
So, oh man, is it sort of like, really this game's sort of luck-based in that you have to not hit one of these elements that can just automatically obliterate you?
Yeah, I think a lot of it is. And I think a lot of it is learning too, because if you go into the game not knowing anything, like I did, and like we all did, it's really, really hard, because you learn these hard fucking lessons by like just pouring time into it.
Bear Grylls, you are not.
Yeah. Tyler, I thought you would like the fact that Maxwell isn't able to shave over time, so he grows a beard.
I did manage to grow a beard before I finally said, fuck this. So
one of the things that you can craft is a razor, which I never did, because I said to myself, the razor is going to be the last thing I craft. Like I'm going to have a victory shave.
Go ahead, Paul.
So did you guys ever progress farther than the first section?
I did not.
No.
No.
You want to tell us about the rest?
Yes, please. Tell us a story, Paul.
I've never gotten beyond the second section, but it's kind of a cascading. It's random as to what the next section is. It's either a snowy landscape, a similar kind of deciduous tree landscape that you're already in, but there's a total of, I believe, 5 acts, and then you're finally in the main villain, Maxwell's Lair. I've gotten to the snowy landscape and got my shit handed to me. But the funny thing is, but as you progress, you can die and then go back to the previous landscape. So with all of the previous knowledge that you had before, because once you go to the next section, all of your shit's gone, except for like your axe and pickaxe and whatever backpacker or something that you're wearing. But everything else is just gone from your inventory.
That would have pissed me
Oh, you would have been
off.
pissed.
Oh man, I if I had gotten there, that would have made me quit.
See,
I can hear the rage in your voice right now.
Yep.
I think I would have dug that. What I'm curious about, though, is how the hell do you progress in the next act? Is it just a matter of time, or?
There's a like a magic mirror type thing, a dimensional door that you go through in order to get to the next act.
So it's just something that you have to find?
You got to find it.
Okay. And like, does it drop off an enemy, or is it just random?
No,
or?
it's in a copse of trees, so like a kind of like a circular tree formation that you just roll up to and like, oh, hey, there's the next place. Great.
Gotcha. So that's like your incentive to explore the map. Mm-hmm. Because like when you start, the map is all like fog of war style. Like you only see where you are on the map. Everything else is blacked out. I'm curious what the stages beyond that are and whether or not that I could hang with them, because if I couldn't hang with the first act, I'm not sure that I could hang with the second. Like, especially you're talking about like snowy landscapes and stuff. I know some of the clothes that you can craft say like keeps you warm. So like I imagine you have to like craft like coats and earmuffs
As quickly
and
as you can.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Did any of you guys ever run across any other civilizations?
The pig people.
Yes, the pig people. Did you? Okay, maybe this. Okay, I feel like the pig people are a good litmus test of like who you are, because when I first saw the pig people, I was like, those are pig people. They need to die because they are not like me, and everything else in this world has fucked me in the ass. So I ran up and started attacking a pig person, and then I realized I killed one, and I was like, oh, these are peaceful pig people.
There's a whole civilization. They're going to murder me.
Well, and then I started fucking with them because I was like, all right, there's a spider nest nearby. So I would run over to the spider nest, jab it a few times with my spear, and then run into the pig civilization. I'm like, these fuckers are going to fight it out. I'm going to go back to the spider nest and destroy it.
That's actually a great way to farm monster meat. And if you pick up the monster meat, you can actually feed it to the pigs, and the pigs will follow you around.
Oh my God, you can feed the pigs the monster meat?
Yes.
Oh, that's awesome.
Because can you kill the king pig then? Is he particularly difficult?
I never saw the king pig.
I don't think you can attack him.
Okay, so I've never seen this enormous fat pig. And
Yeah?
Like, basically with the crown on, and he's like asleep or whatever.
I feel like anyone listening to this episode who hasn't played Don't Starve, like by this point, either knows they're going to love it or hate it. Because it's like, if I were listening to this show and never played it, it'd be like, holy shit, there's pig people, and there's a mirror that takes you to a mystical land, and there's
Bees.
eyeballs walking around.
Or they're just, what the fuck is going on here? Actually, with Pig King, you can exchange stuff for gold nuggets.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Which you need, I know, to make a lot of the
Your science
later on
machines and
science stuff.
Yeah. Okay. Well, this game has achievements in it.
Yeah, I didn't come up with any achievements.
So
No. Paul, did you?
I don't think I even got a achievement while I played the game.
No, I don't think I did either.
I think a cut above would be a great achievement, just to piss off a tree and have it follow you for 4 days to kill you.
Oh my God. Just call it
Perfect.
fucking tree man.
There's actually 6 different areas. One of them's King of Winter, which is a winter area. The game is afoot is a another kind of wintry area, tundra area. You're basically still chasing Maxwell through it, and he just gets really pissed off. Like, what, you're still here? It's impressive, but you probably stop while you're ahead. There's 4 different areas. I really don't think if you couldn't hack it in a cold reception, you're probably not going to hack it the rest of the time.
Yeah.
Had a lot of fun today, Tyler. I've got some important questions for you.
Okay.
The first being, if you were to give this game a beard, what kind of beard would it be?
I would have to give it, and I was trying to think about the aspects of this game. Even the fact it wasn't for me,
Right.
I can see its appeal. So I'm not going to like give it like someone who had their face smashed into a windshield beard or anything like
That's
that.
good.
But I have to give it the sort of the salt encrusted shaggy beard of Tom Hanks from Castaway.
Oh, that's perfect. That's perfect.
So
I mean, there's a Wilson connection. It's fine. It's
Yeah.
great. If you were to give this game a pair of glasses, Tyler, what kind of glasses would you give it?
and for the glasses, then I wanted to go to sort of towards art style.
Okay.
So I have to give it the black button eyes of the characters in the movie Coraline.
I have not seen this. What is Nicole is nodding. I don't even know what this what is
I've
this?
never seen it. I've seen the previews for it.
Nicole, what is this thing?
It's a movie. I haven't seen it either. But I own it, as odd as it is. I own it. I haven't seen it.
Is it on your list of movies to watch?
Sure. I'll add it on
It
there.
is now.
101 movies.
But the art style is very
It's like Tim Burton
Tim
esque.
Burton.
Gotcha.
The
Yeah.
fun fact is that it's actually not actually art. It's all actually hand sewn little figurines for the stop motion animation. So that's perfect.
So I like their
motion
button
awesome.
eyes. There you go.
Yeah. Like Sock Boy. It's like Sock Boy? You're talking about Sock Boy?
Sock Boy?
Yeah. Little Big Planet.
Oh, fuck. I forgot that was a thing. It's been so long I've done anything with
I
that.
think it's Sock Boy. I don't know. I don't know anything about video
That
games.
works. Anybody call us?
Yeah, we got a few calls.
Take some calls.
We actually probably have more texts than calls right now.
Okay. And more official if Jay and Cody than
Yeah, the Fish Lips J.
The
/
blockade
Cody
they have set
blockade.
up.
Yeah.
I didn't call, but I figured I wouldn't have to here.
You can if you want right now. I think it'd be great.
Hey,
The phone right here. Let's do this.
I have a text message here from James Livingston,
okay.
which was left on January 9th. Hopefully you guys can explain to me what he's talking about,
Okay.
because I feel like he's replying to something that was relevant 3 weeks ago, but
Okay.
now has completely escaped my memory. He says, I played most of these when primates first starting to walk upright. Okay, no one knows.
It's probably an implication that he's very old.
We got another text message. This is from 503, who says, Howdy, gents. This is Sandwich Prince, Phil, of Awkward Phone Calls fame. With the Final Fantasy Football League officially in the books, congrats, Dave. Thanks, Phil. What do you think about expanding the TADPOG social experience via some sort of online gaming league? Meister Wiley is running a Blood Bowl league on Steam with great success, and I think a similar experience for the TADPOG fiefdom would translate well. You guys can pick the game and system or put it up for suggestion on Facebook, and let the Lords of TADPOG, proper noun, worry about the gritty details of setting it up. Let us know your thoughts and keep reaching for that rainbow. Hugs and kisses, Phil. I won in that Blood Bowl league. Not gonna lie, I've added Blood Bowl to my Steam wish list because I watched the trailer for that and it looks fun as fuck.
It's pretty sweet.
Yeah, Laura talked a lot about it whenever they were last visiting me. So, but a game we can all play together like that. That's I guess Super Tennis. We could all do that on
Yeah.
CSNES and open it up. Mm-hmm. We could do that.
Yeah, that would be fun. Yeah, we could have tennis brackets. I'm all for Blood Bowl, honestly. Like, I really want to get that game, and I think that'd be fun for TADPOG Nation if everyone wanted to play. I'm down to open it up for suggestion. If you have any suggestions on what we should all play together, you.
I don't know many like.
I mean, it would have to be an
super
MMO, right?
conventional, yeah.
Like, I mean, that's like the real catch. Is like the easiest route. I feel like is an MMO, but I know how you feel about MMOs, Tyler.
Yeah. Although, man, a Tadpog Guild does sound pretty good, but man, yeah,
Don't make me get another MMO.
that's what I'm thinking. It's just like, ugh.
It makes me cry.
It's
I've got
interesting, man.
putting a lighter under the spoon, just like, oh, I don't want to do this.
Gotta
This
get
is a
another
bad
fishing
enough
rod.
addiction.
So if you have any suggestions, let us know. I've got a text message here from 763. They say, fucking Tadpog, head fiction time, why is the Chancellor in Chrono Trigger 1000 AD such a cocksucker fuckface? My answer would be probably not enough sex.
So why he's a cocksucker in 1080 is that's not the president. The president is 2000.
Yeah.
That is the president. He's a dick in the present because you fucked over his family back in the day.
Right.
So that's answered. That's answered in story. Whenever you fight him, he's Yaktra the 13th or whatever, and talks about you killing his great grandfather in the cathedral.
Solid answer. So I would say
fuckface.
yeah, that is definitely why he's a cocksucker fuckface.
And you find the real chancellor tied up in that one
In the
box.
treasure chest.
Yeah.
Yeah. We got another text message from 763 who says, "Motherfucking Tadpog Izzle, colon." This person does not identify themselves as Fish Lips J, but probably is. Could Tyler make a video on how to cut onions? I fucking love cooking with onions, but I suck big fat dick at cutting them. So that's a request for you.
That's a pretty steep requirement. I hope your boyfriend's like, you want some of these onions? You know what happens.
Perfect.
Well, I don't have to. There are already plenty of good onion cutting videos on the internet.
You don't have to, Tyler, but would you?
The fans demand it.
Maybe.
Yeah.
If I have the proper setup, I would do that.
What do we need to set you up?
An onion and a knife.
Well, and a camera and all the... Trying to push it on YouTube's always a fucking nightmare, so...
Just give it to me. I'll take care of it.
Yeah, it could be a very special episode of What's Paul Playing.
I don't have any onions or knives, Nicole. This is impossible.
We've got a text message here. Whoa! Sorry, I got it in the text message groove. We have a voicemail, first of the evening, from 651.
Motherfucking Tadpog. Cody here. Just listened to Monday's episode and checked out the show notes. My buddy Fish Lips J told me it mixed up us a little bit. So I'm just here to clarify. I sent in the Kim Kardashian debacle. Still, my opinion's the same. If you do games like that, I will end it all myself. I mean, I got away from the gun option, and now I just have a katana. So a samurai sword through the gut, like an old samurai would do. But yeah, I just wanted to let you know that wasn't Fish Lips J. That was definitely Cody. You probably aren't going to fix your show notes, but that's fine because technically you think we're the same person, so I can understand.
Exactly.
All right, hear you guys on the Wednesday show.
All right, so now I'm Team Fish Lips J.
Yeah, crazy how you flip-flop like
Yeah,
that.
that's easy.
On a
Bam,
dime.
bam.
But yeah, they are the same
I
person.
had no idea what the fuck just went on here.
Well, see, Tyler has a soft spot in his heart. He likes to call the Kim Kardashian mobile game home. That is home. That's his happy place.
So that's what that was about. I have no idea what went on.
That's
I
my
couldn't hear any
good.
of it.
That's my shitting game now. It's my go-to shitting game.
I've seen his avatar. His avatar is super sexy. You did a good job making that avatar.
Too bad I had to actually spend real money to get a beard, and I'm not going to do that.
I love that you have to spend money to get a beard. So I guess we're only going to have Fish Lips J listening when we talk about the Kim Kardashian game. We won't have Cody.
Cody and Peter Panda are out.
Let's see. We got another voicemail here.
Hello, fucking Tadpog. This is your secret lover, Fish Lips J. I know in the past few weeks our relationship has been getting a little stale, so I decided to try something a little bit different. I am calling you in the morning on my way to work. It is currently 5:15.
Nope.
This is the equivalent
Fuck.
of me sticking my finger in your butt because it's dark, it's a little bit scary, and I don't know what the hell that smell is.
He's going to help you climax a lot
On
better.
another note, Talkmaster Shake is quickly becoming one of my favorite guest hosts on the show. He's not quite a helicopter fucking Terran or a big-breasted new Mama Meg / Nikki, but Talkmaster is getting up there. So, when I read my thermostat this morning here in Minnesota, thermometer, God, too much fucking coffee. I read my thermometer this morning.
Nothing
It
is
said
coffee.
16 below. So, I'm going to leave you with a would you rather.
Oh, Mike
Would
is going to
you
be pissed.
rather run naked through the snowbanks of Minnesota at 16 below and 8 inches of snow, or would you rather run through a cactus forest in the middle of Arizona, where I think it's probably 80 degrees right now. So let's let that brew.
All right. Well, Paul, you can weigh in on a would you rather. Momentous occasion. I'm curious. Would you rather run through the cactus forest or the snowbanks of Minnesota?
You've exposed your genitals to all sorts of danger.
Right.
So,
Well, see, he didn't say you had to run through the cactus forest naked. He just said naked through the snowfields.
oh, okay.
But I
Probably
mean,
s-
sorry, man. Go ahead, please.
Probably the snowfields, to be honest with you, because I used to snowboard in just a pair of shorts. That'd be fine with me.
That's also where I would go. I think that, yeah, through the snowfield.
Nicole.
I
what
ain't
do you
get my
think?
dick cut.
Well, I'm not worried about. I'm worried about the dick, but I'm more worried about the scrot. I mean, you don't want to get your scrot caught on a cactus needle, man. Ugh.
I would pick the snow.
You pick the snow.
Yeah.
Not very protective of your scrot, Nicole.
Yeah, you're not worried about your lady scrot.
I think that it would be less stressful, obviously, as you're not trying to dodge cactus. But,
Yeah.
I mean, it would also be like kind of refreshing for the first like 30 seconds.
Ugh. I feel like.
He didn't say the length of time. you
Yeah,
have to
exactly.
run.
We need a length of
Yeah.
time because it's like if I'm running through the snow for an hour, I'm probably not
Yeah,
gonna want to
yeah.
do that because I don't want my dick to fall
If
off.
it's like
'cause that will
a
happen.
100-meter dash through one or the other,
Yeah.
then I'm going snow.
Snow.
If it's run a mile, then I guess the field of cacti.
Yeah, and how dense is the forest, the cacti forest? Because like if it's
There's just one over here. There's just one over there.
yeah,
Or is it like Briar Rabbit? Like there's just that huge
we don't talk about
field?
Briar Rabbit. We're in Kentucky. We're not allowed. That's like in the state constitution. Never talk about Briar Rabbit. We got another call. This is from the blockade.
Fucking TADPOG. Dish with Jay calling again. I just left you a message like 2 minutes ago, but
Yep.
I've got a lot of fucking coffee in me right now. And
It's
I just
5:17.
have to fucking rant about something that kept me up all night last night. Why is it that when people talk about 60-90, they usually mean it in a heterosexual way? It doesn't make any fucking sense. Like, seriously, grab a piece of paper right now. You can pause here. Okay, now that you've got that piece of paper, I want you to write two things on there. Hetero and homo. Underline, underline. Now I want you to write 69 underneath both of those. Now under the hetero, I want you to take that very top tail. I guess it would be the 9's tail, but I guess we'll call it the 6's top half. And I want you to write tongue. And I want you to write mouth, where the circle on the top of the 9 is. And now at the bottom, you got to write, well, I guess in the circle of the 6, write vagina. And on the tail of the 9, you write dick. See? That doesn't make any fucking sense because a hetero 69 just implies regular fucking sex. You don't need to use the adjective lesbian or gay 69 because that makes sense. Buck Angel and Bailey J cannot form a regular 69. It's just sex. It's fucking sex. It's not fucking two people one getting cunnilingus and the other getting fellatio. It's fucked up. What the fuck?
Man, I hope you had a good day at work. I hope you're happy to know that Tyler and Nicole both actually had pieces of paper and were writing something. I don't know what
And he didn't like. I wrote the homo in the 69. He didn't make me do dick mouth. He stopped at the heterosexual. So now I just like homo 69 written on a piece of paper, and it doesn't make any sense.
maybe I can shed a little bit of light on this. I learned something on the school bus in middle school that I think will just clear everything up. 69 is a man and a woman. A 66 is a man and a man, and a 99 is a woman and woman. That's
What?
Nope, I know it doesn't.
Exactly.
No,
Yeah,
Because 99 was in Get Smart.
exactly.
I get
and
it.
she was a woman,
it.
so 99. And then clearly, if 9 is woman, then 6 is man, so 6. Yeah,
Okay.
one more 6, and it's the devil. So it all makes
So
sense.
3 men equal the devil.
3 men, yes.
Lemon party
Yeah.
is the devil.
You're allowed to have
call it
sex with
devil's
one
three-way?
man, but not 2. What'd you say, Paul?
Why do you think they call it a devil's three-way?
There you
There
go.
you go. Well, see now, because each tail is the mouth. I thought
Each tail is a mouth.
each prong of the 6 and the 9
Yeah.
is the mouth, and the mouth goes on the bottom part. I don't understand why.
I don't understand why he assumes that it's always meant heterosexually.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that
Yeah.
the implication depends on who you're talking about. I mean, if you're talking about someone who's heterosexual, then that's what you assume. But
Yeah. It's both. anybody can do anything. It's the magic of 69.
It's just the position in which you're laying. So
Fish Lips J, I think you need
the
to.
position in which you're positioned.
I think you need to call Dan Savage about this one. This one's out of our league. You need to refer to a sexually specific podcast.
Regardless, it's nothing I've done since
Middle school?
early college or high school maybe. Like I haven't let's 69. Let's distract ourselves enough that neither one of us are really going to get anything out of it or be able to perform adequately either way. So
I think that you just had a bad experience, personally.
So you enjoy the 69?
I am only saying that it sounds like you had a bad experience.
I am also going to only say that.
I'm gonna have to hit up Josh Nance for a good old 66.
Because there is one great thing about that position, and the only thing I'm going to say is, man, I can't say a whole lot because then I will never have it again. There's one great thing about 69, and that is vibration. I'm going to leave it at vibration.
I almost spat my cigar.
Well, see, also
Next call.
Please stand by for a message from Harold Arthur.
What are you doing here?
Standing by.
What are you doing here?
There's no one on the other line. Here we get a message.
Oh.
Oh, are you a puppy? What do the puppies say, Arthur?
I'm giving you a message.
You are leaving a message. You're talking right now. And you've gone into All right. You're sending a message. We're literally talking on the phone right now. Tropical Capricorn!
Thank you, Phil.
Yes, thank you.
And
thank you, Harold Arthur. Let's see. We've got a text message here from 951 who says, "Fucking Tadpog, I also wipe the same way as Tyler's brother. My friends make fun of me. Does he also have to put up with the same ridicule?" Well, he did on that episode. So
Nicole, he means wiping back to front.
between his legs.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. But, okay.
So what do you think? Is he always going to
Well,
have to deal?
it's...
Nicole, how do you wipe?
Muddle level 3 on Nicole. What?
I feel like, no, it doesn't, it's a guy. He doesn't, right?
Just makes them have shitty balls.
Right. If that's what he wants, it's his choice, I guess.
I just want to know who's sharing their wiping techniques with other
Right,
people.
exactly. How did their friends know? Do they tell them? They're like, hey.
Well, they're Tadpog listeners.
He probably,
Fun fact about
I
me.
bet they were talking about it and he made a motion like he was wiping his ass and he did that motion completely differently and everybody stared at him. Yeah, you wipe like this. No.
What the fuck?
Paul, how do you wipe?
Front to back.
See? Yeah, you don't have to deal with ridicule.
That's not even a question.
Are you a sitter or a stander?
That I won't answer.
You dirty stander.
Paul's different. Paul has to go lay down on the bathroom floor.
Well, of course, you have to.
The way
He
I
lays
wipe,
on his stomach and reaches behind him. It's a very unorthodox technique.
in a truck bed.
Well, then you just ball up the toilet paper and throw it like you're in the NBA. Come on.
While you're whistling Sweet Georgia Brown.
That's right.
We got another call. This is from 615. Google Translate says something about a volleyball court, so I don't know.
It's got to be Phil.
Hey, Tadpog, it's Paul Korn again. Coming at you with another Kill, Fuck, or Marry. So, Kill, Fuck, or Marry. Homer Simpson, Hank Hill, and Peter Griffin. I feel like this should spark some interesting debate, so have fun with that. I'll talk to you later, guys.
What was the second thing he said?
That should spark some interesting debate.
No. What was the second person he said?
Peter Griffin. Oh, the second person he said was Hank Hill of King
Hank
of the Hill.
Okay.
Okay, I like to open the floor by just saying Hank Hill has got to be the worst lay out of the three. He's just is just like a plank. He just kind of lays there and doesn't really get involved.
He's got no butt.
He's got no butt.
whatsoever.
Bobby's probably going to interrupt. So,
But at the same time, he'd probably be the best husband. He's secure. He has a good job. He knows how to work around the house.
I guess, but Homer Simpson also has no problem getting a new job.
Homer probably makes the most money out of all three of them.
Yeah.
And Homer has a good heart.
He does have a good heart.
So I think we all have to say we kill Peter Griffin because he's not really bringing anything to the table.
No.
He doesn't make a lot of money. He has sexual skills. You can't even see his dick when he takes his clothes off because his belly hangs over his dick. So I need to see my man's dick if I'm gonna.
Well, right. Yeah. But think about the wives though, because if you marry Peter, there's a chance you're going to have a three-way.
Lois is the most attractive of the three wives.
And they'd be into that.
Oh, well, yeah, definitely. And
Marge might be an alien.
Yeah. She's one of those bunnies from hell. I don't know. I think I'm gonna have to kill Hank Hill.
I would also kill Hank Hill.
I'm gonna kill Hank Hill. And then I guess I'm gonna have to marry. I'm gonna marry Homer, and I'm gonna fuck Peter Griffin.
I'm gonna fuck Peter Griffith because he and his wife always seem to be really attracted to each other. There's some
passion.
he's got to be good. He's got to be good in bed, right? She always seems interested.
There's some passion there.
She might just be
they're
into big
kinky.
guys.
I mean, you've seen him in the S&M gear.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that's true. So I still think I have to kill Peter Griffin. I have to fuck Homer and marry Hank, and then I'll just cheat on Hank with Luann. Rest in peace, Brittany Murphy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like I want to kill Homer Simpson because I fucking hate that show so much. Probably
seasons 11 through 28 that they're on now. Garbage.
I hated it from
First
the beginning.
9.
Oh, you hated it from the beginning?
I absolutely did.
Why? I feel like before you get into your answer, the public needs to know why you hate The Simpsons.
I overrated. It's a drastically overrated show. Like the only one I liked was the one with the monorail. That was it. Everything else is just shit.
I like the first 3 seasons. I feel like the first season was kind of weird, and then the second season was really good, and I feel like the third season was the best. But I agree with kind of Tyler. Like anything after 11 seasons,
I think 1 through 9 are solid. 10 is where it wavers, and 11 is just it's garbage from then on.
Okay, so you're killing Homer.
Absolutely.
Okay.
And you gotta fuck Peter Griffin because of course there's the chance of a 3-way with Lois.
Right.
And then you marry Hank Hill because honestly he'd be the most stable.
Mm-hmm.
He's had that job at the freaking
Strickland Propane.
Yeah.
He's doing Strickland for years and will continue to do Strickland until he retires.
God, I couldn't listen to him talk about fucking propane.
I was gonna say I couldn't put up with him
Bobby, damn it.
every single day.
And then you
Bobby.
then you have to help take care of fucking Bobby, who can't find his
Are you
fucking.
kidding? You murder Bobby.
No, I could mold Bobby into a weapon. It'd be fine.
Did you pay the iron price for those red shorts, Bobby? I don't feel like taking any more. I feel like that was a good one to end on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Pretty solid.
Thanks for listening, everybody. You can find us on iTunes, Stitcher, probably SoundCloud.
Probably SoundCloud.
We're working on it.
We're supposed to do that today.
It's February, so hopefully we will. You know what we still love?
What's that?
I don't have another goal in mind right now, but we still love them. Everyone is magic, and it helps. That's 5-star iTunes reviews.
Everyone is magic.
Everyone is magic,
And it helps. I love that.
Every 5-star review is magic, and it helps.
It keeps the bee gun out of Dave's mouth.
It definitely keeps the bee gun out of my mouth.
So we try to incentivize you a little bit to help us out by giving us 5-star reviews, by giving you some control over the show. So if there's a game you want us to do, or a guest host you want for a certain episode, or both, include that in your review. And we promise we will get to it eventually.
Don't worry, guys. Like Tyler said, we're going to be back. We're going to be talking about something. We might be talking about how we feel about IGN's list on Wednesday. I don't know. Maybe.
Maybe.
We might try to convince Nicole to record a podcast. I don't know. That might happen too. I mean, she's listening to she's watching 100 things. You might as well make a podcast about that. In the meantime, you can always find us on tadpog.com. That's where the show notes live. You can find us on Facebook. We're at facebook.com/tadpog. There's a lot of cool people there. They're doing a lot of cool shit. Tyler would normally make an episode post, and that is like a good place to let us know how you feel about the episode, because we see that and we know specifically what episode you're talking about. You can also find us on Twitter. We are at @tadpog_podcast. It's cumbersome, I realize. Thank you for everybody who is retweeting us and generally just tweeting at us. We've got some good conversation going on there. So if you haven't followed us there yet, please do. Like Tyler said, we're on SoundCloud. So go to soundcloud.com, just type in Tadpog, and then just click on hearts, and we'll do good there. You can call us if you want. If you want to be one of the awesome people who has left us a voicemail or a text message, feel free to send those inquiries to 270-883-2555. If you leave a voicemail, try to keep it under 3 minutes. We love questions, particularly sexual questions, Golden Girl questions, Ninja Turtles questions, Muppet Babies. Let's throw Muppet Babies in there.
Pornography.
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
Pornography versions of all the above.
Yeah. Pornography version of Muppet Babies would be interesting.
It's out there.
Is it really?
I know it. It has to be. There's no way it's not out there.
Is there one? Is there one?
Porn.
Is there one porn actress you never see anything above her knees?
Yeah, we have. There's got to be like some like exclusive foot fetish models. So
yeah.
nanny and some socks, smushing tomatoes and cream pies.
Man, that's gross. there's a scene with her and some like Peter North dressed as Gonzo.
So it's just his dick and Gonzo's nose.
Yeah, I'm not sleeping tonight.
Oh shit. Paul, thanks for being on the show with us, man.
Appreciate you inviting me on.
How can people find you?
You can find me at facebook.com/what's Paul playing today. You can also just look for me on YouTube. I'm there. Or at twitch.tv/raise.call. I'm on there. And also, we just launched loadedcartgaming.com, my buddy Dan and I. That'll be the new home of What's Paul playing today fairly soon.
Awesome. So if you haven't already, definitely check that out. And if you have already, just check it out again.
Because reasons.
Because reasons. They'll probably have a video link to the Gonzo porn there.
God help me, no.
Nicole.
Yes.
Thank you for being on the show.
Thank you for
once
having me.
again. Your guest host number is rising. Your Tadpog stock
I got my-
is booming.
I have my eye on the prize.
So Paul,
Yes, sir.
our theme song.
Oh, it's Moves by Sycamore Drive.
Nailed it.
Where can you find a link to that track?
In the show notes at tadpog.com.
There you go.
All right.
How are we gonna close this out?
Like Gonzo? You gonna do it in Gonzo voice?
Okay. I gotta
Can we do Josh voice doing Gonzo voice?
Yes.
That's Gonzo.
Yes. Nicole does. Nicole has to do that. All right, Josh is Gonzo. Oof, okay.
Jesus.
See, I'm getting like crossover in my head between Grover and Gonzo. So I'm trying to like, okay, how do you do Gonzo?
Just do all three.
Grover, Gonzo, and Josh. So until next time,
The goal is to make that as unintelligible as possible.
chicken. Do you want paper or anything, Nicole?
For what?
Take calls?
Do I have to make a fucking map?
Yep.